Hey, beautiful Sag, welcome back to the channel. Let's get you some love messages. You could be busy working on your career here, saying you've got your freedom here after heartbreak. You could be focusing from a love bomber. Okay, so you're healing. You have a bright future, renewed hope, and doing the healing work here, Sad, so you are on the mend here. You could have been very angry, but you're cutting through all the crap here. Hmm? You may have felt like this person was stringing you along, giving you false hope. They may have, sorry about that, I had to cough. Anyways, so somebody may have been in a marriage and thought that it would be too costly to divorce. So they may have friend zoned you, or they may have stayed friends with an ex. And it seems as if somebody is enticing someone here, but they curse themselves. Oh my God. So they curse themselves here. It's like they may have strung you along or they were stringing along an ex. I don't know. But they seem to have cursed themselves here, Saj. Okay? There was a lot of trickster energy here. Someone had selfish intentions, and that's just the bottom line of it all. Let's see what's going on. You're growing, Saj, and it's like you're healing. Somebody was copying you. Someone had their own self interest here. Someone was copying you, watching how you built with someone. So someone was sitting back strategizing. So it seems as if this person started working with someone else, caused some kind of disturbance here. Someone was carefully planning their next move. How to be cause some kind of disturbance, which caused some kind of grief. So, ah, you're just letting something roll off your back here. What I find interesting is there was an energy here who was strategizing how they can create some kind of mayhem in your love relationship. They were calculated. It was not a mistake, it was calculated. This could have been a wife or an ex wife or a spouse, afraid of losing control. So decided to start some kind of anger toward you, to cause somebody to be angry at you. It seems to be about money or finances. It could have to do with this King of Cups spouse, causing someone, this spouse is afraid of losing control of this masculine. And they're causing like some kind of mental stress here going on. Somebody could have been judging you about your work or what you're working on here, causing a disaster in your relationship. Somebody strategized how to do this. Now, take it as it resonates because somebody is deliberately strategizing here how to cause a problem for you. And it's someone's spouse. And it could be trying to hit you below the belt here, Sag. Somebody is hitting below the belt. They're low blows. They're dirty. They're a dirty fighter. Seems like they're doing whatever they can to like make you angry. It's for self gain, though. For self gain. So, Sagittarius, you're a leader and you're focusing in on your work. You're focusing in on other opportunities, and you could have been going through a grieving process where you applied yourself to your work. I'm not saying you weren't grieving, like you were grieving, but you quickly took leadership of the situation and are applying yourself to work. A lot of people do that. They apply that grieving into working extra hard here. And it's looking like you are. You're moving on from the past and you have learned. Now, somebody has been like, You may have set up boundaries with someone, and they could have been mocking you, and they could have been mocking that this is love, not to trust you, or thinking. Dad, someone hit you at an all-time low. You could have been grieving the loss of someone. You could have been grieving someone who passed away. You could have been, this is going at you during an all-time low. Somebody strategized, working together as a team, strategizing how to manipulate you. Okay, okay, okay. It's like, gotta pick on you. This is a dirty fight. Some kind of power struggle over an idea. Please, Sagittarius, you have moved on. You have walked away. You're rebuilding your life. You're working with someone else. I don't know if it's a good friend or a family member or someone close to you. Has been like your rock. Um, been there for you through thick and thin. Someone else over here has been strategizing how to take advantage of you at an all-time low. This is almost like kicking you when you're down. For some of you, you could have lost somebody, and I'm going to say it through a sickness or a death, and somebody figured that this is a good opportunity to manipulate Sag for their own self-gain. Deliberately, you dirty man, some people are ugly. I just gotta say, some people are ugly. Internally ugly. Trying to deliberately hurt you and celebrating that they did so. It's a fake friend or a fake relative of yours. I'm sorry. Somebody wanted to kick you when you were down. But there's a problem they're having. Somebody is strategizing how they can turn people against you, how they can manipulate you at your ultimate low. You could have been grieving the loss of a loved one, grieving, let's manipulate them, let's get them when they're vulnerable. Working together as a team to oh, someone's real sly here. They are a real manipulator, Sag. It's someone's spouse who is the manipulator. Clear. Whether it's family or this person, their spouse is the manipulator. Problem they're having, there's someone around you who is very protective over you. There's someone around you who they would have to war with to get to you. They are looking at your finances. Care. Look, I'm telling you, someone is deceptive, trying to create a wedge. They're spying on you, Sagittarius. Somebody is deliberately trying to deceive you when you're hurting the most. Like I said, someone is quite vulnerable when a family loved one passes away or someone close to you passes away. This is somebody hidden below the belt at a time of grieving. So somebody could have said something to you, Sag. I think it's when somebody passed away. Somebody may have passed away. You've exposed something. I said this could be family. We're sitting here strategizing while you were grieving, mourning the loss of someone. using to apologize or something. Or maybe, you forgave them, or they're thinking, you know, thinking that they were friends or something like this. They were strategizing when you were down and out. It's our friends or fake friends who were strategizing, planning. Their own self frickin' gain. Their own greed. You got some choice friends around you or family members that were trying to, like, they're not friends and they're not, I don't care if it's family or not. This is kicking somebody when they're down, when they're hurting. And I don't, it is. It's like you may have, like, you may have been going through a grieving period, and I think it's a loss of a family member. And someone has been strategizing, plotting, get you at your most vulnerable when you are the weakest. Holy frick. For their own self freaking gain. Didn't care that you were hurting, didn't care what you were going through. And if someone has that amount of cold heartedness, someone is cold hearted, sly, and cunning. Most friends or family members would grieve because you're grieving. Most friends or family members would be devastated because you're devastated. Whether that's an actual death or whether that's a breakup, they see it as an opportunity to strike while the iron's hot, so to speak, to hit you up for something when you are at your most vulnerable. That is sadistical. You may have exposed this person's demons. There's selfishness. It's proven how selfish someone really is. Oh my God, Sag, I'm so sorry if this is your story. This is like kicking somebody when they are suffering, kicking somebody when they're down instead of helping you up. They're strategizing how to take advantage of you, how they can turn something in their favor at your expense, at your loss. Cut them ones off, because if they will do that at a time when you are suffering, when you are hurting, they are not worth knowing. They should be ashamed of themselves for their own frickin' self gain. Greed. Someone in your family is an opportunist. But mind you, remember, it is the spouse of someone. That's the one you gotta watch. How can people be so nasty? God. It's on them, man. Let them reap their karma. They would never admit to it. They're sly and they are cunning. They're a dirty fighter, man. They've cursed themselves, trying to send you the evil eye, trying to pick on you, Sag. It's a distraction, though. Spirit is saying they're preparing to do something, so prepare for a fight. They're going to try and trigger you. It might even leave you feeling like paralyzed, like shook, like, oh my God, just like I did. I was a little blown away by this read. Like, your first instinct is going to be anger. You could be like, are you kidding me? Take care.